Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. First of all, wishing you all a very happy new year 2022. This is the first video for this year, and this video is dedicated to the people who are starting their journey with RPA and specifically UiPath. In this video, we are going to talk that how exactly one can start his journey of UiPath. Now the question, why I am making this video? If you will see, these are some of the requests which I have received on my email, either on my Instagram or on my YouTube channel, that I am a student, I want to start my UiPath journey. I am a professional who is working in a different background. How can I become an RPA developer? I want to switch my career. Can you just guide me to start my UiPath learning journey? I want to take this course, but I do not understand where to start. So that is where this video come in picture. Here I will try to answer all of these questions. Let us see the agenda for this video. First of all, I am going to tell you where exactly can you download the software. When I say the software, I mean UiPath Studio, because to start the learning, we would definitely require UiPath Studio. After that, I am going to tell you what should be the learning plan if I am starting my UiPath journey, which all courses one should consider from UiPath Academy when you are starting your journey in UiPath. Exercises is something which will be required whenever I am learning and grasping a lesson. So I would tell you where exactly can you find the exercises and what should be your approaches to do the exercises. When we are in the path of learning, we would have various questions, various clarification, we would require some clarity. Where should one go to get the answer of this query? This is what I am going to tell also. There is something which is documentation which is required when you are learning something new. I would explain where exactly can you get the documentation. Use cases. The best way to leverage the learning curve is by making use cases. When you are studying, where exactly can you get the use cases and how exactly can you build it? I am going to introduce you to something which is called community events, which is very important. If you are new to the community, you should always consider joining the community events. What are the other things that you should be aware of when you are learning the UiPath? I am going to also share some of the resources which is available on my YouTube channel. And lastly, I am going to share some of the fellow YouTube channels which you can also consider if you are new to UiPath and started your learning journey. So, having said that, let's get started. Okay, so now the first question, where exactly can I get the UiPath software from? So to download the UiPath software, all you have to do is you have to go to a website which is called uipath.com. This is the official website of UiPath. If you will see on the top right side, you would see a button which says try UiPath for free. This one. So I just have to go and click on this button which says try UiPath for free. You would have a login page which will ask you to sign up for the automation cloud. You can use any of the account which is available. I prefer to use Google. Select the account whichever you want to use with UiPath. Once you fill up all these details, you would be navigated to something which is called cloud.uipath.com. This is the cloud platform of UiPath, and this is where you would find all the resources which are related to UiPath, such as licenses, data services, apps, orchestrator. Everything would be available in this one, cloud.uipath.com. So I would request you to just go ahead and bookmark this page, because this would be your home for all the automation needs, right? So this is your home for automation cloud. Once you are in the automation cloud, on the right side you would see that there is something which is called download studio, right? So design your workflow in UiPath Studio. So this is the place where exactly you will find something which is called download studio. All you have to do is click on this button which says download studio. If I click on it, it will download an MSI file for you, and that will help you to get the UiPath Studio. Once you have successfully installed the MSI file, you just have to go to the start menu and search for UiPath. You would see something which is called UiPath Studio. Double click on this UiPath Studio and it should open a studio for you. which looks something like this. If you are able to see the screen, that means you have successfully installed the UiPath software and now you can begin your learning curve. Okay, so now that we have got the software with us, let us see the learning plan. Where exactly can I start my learning journey? So for that, I'll go back to the browser. I'll go to a website which is called academy.uipath.com. I'll provide the links in the description so you guys can refer that. This is the official UiPath Academy. This is how the landing page looks like. It has all the details related to RPA courses. So, which all courses should you start when you are beginning the journey? So, for that, you can see at the top there is something which is called learning by role. This one. So, all you have to do is just click on learning by role. You will have a set of courses which are available. The first course which you should do is the RPA starter. This one. This is a 3-hour course. It has 2 courses. You can just click here and see the details. So the first thing you have to do is you have to click on enroll and start the learning. So first course which you have to do is the RPA starter. The next course which you should consider here is the RPA Developer Foundation. This one, it is a 16 module course which is of 35 hours. This will give you a developer foundation of UiPath. If I just click and expand this, you could see that it will give you all the prerequisites which are required to work as a RPA developer. If you are able to complete this course, you should have a very good developer foundation. At the end of this course, you will also get a diploma of completion. So that is a good part. So this is the second course. The first one was RPA starter. The second one is RPA developer foundation. If you'll just scroll down, you would find there is one more RPA Developer Foundation that is for 2019.4 version. In case you are required to work on this version, you can always proceed to continue with 2019.4. If you see the course content, both would be exactly the same. There would be only a version difference. So the first course RPA starter, the second one is Developer Foundation, and the third one is RPA Developer Advanced. Now what is this RPA Developer Advanced? This is for the advanced working and it primarily constitutes of the robotics enterprise framework. Whenever we are working on an industry level project, we cannot code it in a sequence or a flowchart. There is a recommended framework by UiPath which is called Robotics Enterprise Framework. Whenever you are working with any live project or when you are working for any enterprise or any company, you would be required to work on some kind of framework. So that is why this is the third course which is required for you to do, which is RPA Developer Advanced. So total 3 courses: RPA Starter, then the Developer Foundation, and then the RPA Developer Advanced. Now how do you start? All you have to click on enroll and start the process. Now I just want to recommend you something. For each of the courses, whenever you are studying, let me just click on variable arguments and control flow. I just go here and I say resume the course because I have already started learning this, right? So for every chapter, whichever you are doing in the learning course, you would have this complete course on the left side. It will have videos, it will have documentation, and the best part is at the end you would have something which is called a section which is called practice. So if, as you can see, for this chapter variable argument and control flow, I have 3 and 4 practice exercises. So if I just click on the practice exercise 1, you can see that there is some assignment which is given to me by UiPath, right? As a beginner, whenever you are studying, I would recommend you to practice this exercise and do not skip these lessons. You always has an option to skip this. You can always get the solution, but a good way would be to practice this solution first in the UiPath Studio. If you are able to build the solution, absolutely awesome. If not, you can always click on this get solution button, find the solution and then practice it. That way you are never going to forget it, right? Don't be in a hurry to complete the courses. Don't skip the practice assessment, right? And this is applicable to all the chapters whichever you do. And again repeating, please don't forget to check the practice exercises which are at the end. There are something which is called learning resources that you can again go and read more about those activities. Okay, so now that we have started learning UiPath, we have started creating small automation. There would be times where you would need some kind of a support. So where exactly can you find the support, right? So for that, let me go to the browser, and now I want to show you to one more interesting website, which is called forum.uipath.com. Okay, so I'll provide this link also in the description. Now forum.uipath.com is the official UiPath forum where you can ask your questions, and there are experts from community and experts from UiPath to help you. Now you can always look for your query by using the search page here. If your query is not available and is not answered already, all you have to do is just create a simple topic using this button which says new topic. All you have to do is create a new topic, select the options whichever you are facing challenges, and then you can ask the question. This is the place where actually you will find the latest updates as well. So if you can see here, as of now it's UiPath Community 2021.12 preview release. This is what the entire article is available. You can just click on it and see that what is latest in this release. All the latest news is available here. This also works as a job board, so you can also look for any jobs which are available for you, right? So you can use this as a job board. You can read the blogs, you can have the events, you can have the tutorials, and in case you want to need any help, all you have to do is just create a new topic, right? You can always use Google to search for the error and navigate to the solutions which are provided in the forum. So for example, I want to write an automation and I want to see that how the attachments are downloaded, right? So let's say, how do we I'll just write my query: download attachments from email in UiPath, right? So this is what I want to do. I just go and hit enter, and you can see that I am getting a link of forum.uipath.com. If I go here, you can see that there is some solution, there is some post which is already created, and somebody has provided the solution as well. You can click here, it will navigate you to the solution you can use, and if it is does not sufficing, all you can have to do is just create a new topic. So the website is forum.uipath.com. I'll provide the link in the descriptions. Now the next here is I want to talk about the official documentation. Now whenever we are doing automation, there are activities which we have never worked. There are new activities which are coming. Now how as an individual I would know that what this activity is meant for, what is the input, what is the output, and all those stuffs. For that we have an official documentation website of UiPath. The website link is docs.uipath.com. Again, I'll put the links in the description. So this is the UiPath documentation portal. Everything you want to know about the UiPath, the activities, the automation cloud, anything, everything would be available here. So for example, I just take an example of a simple activity which is called a click activity. I want to know that how exactly a click activity works, what are the input, what are the outputs. I just search here click, go to this link. Okay, so now you can see that all the properties of the click activities are available, such as what does this do, what is this, what is this. And now on the left side, if you can see, we have the official documentation for each and every activity and each and everything in UiPath, right? So the website is docs.uipath.com. This will have all the input details, and you will also find an example that how can you use it. You can always click here, download the example, and see how does this activity work, right? Now one more easy way of getting the documentation. Let me go back to UiPath Studio. So this is a robotics enterprise framework which I have opened for any of the activities. Let's say this is nothing but a state, right? I want to know what exactly is this thing. So all you have to do is just right click on any activity, click on the help. Now what would happen? It will automatically navigate you to the docs.uipath.com and to the activity which you have clicked from the UiPath Studio and looking for a help. So this one was nothing but a state. So as you can see that now you can read the entire documentation, that what is a state, how does it work. It has also got some example, and on the left side you can see that all the related things which are related to this one, right? So state is a part of state machine, so transition, final state, everything is available, right? So the website, guys, to remember is docs.uipath.com. I'll again put the links in the description. Okay, so now let's move forward and talk about the use cases. Where exactly I can find some of the use cases which I can have my hands on. Okay, so I'll again go back to the browser. I am on the same website, which is forum.uipath.com. I just go to the home, and if you will just scroll down, you would see in the learn section we have something which is called use case repository. Okay, so if I just click on use case repository, this you will have something which look like this, and you can see here there are multiple use cases which are available. You can filter the use cases based on the industry such as finance, operations, healthcare, HR, and you have all the use cases to try yourself. You can go to any of the use cases, read about it and practice on your own. I have also added some of the use cases to the repository. For example, this one, a robot for HR, right? So this is the use case which I have added. So this is a use case which I have created to generate the offer letters. So sample use case is available. You have all the process design document, SDD and the solution, everything available here. You are free to explore all the use cases which are available here, and UiPath keeps updating this one, right? So this is a contribution from the community members and from the UiPath as well. And in case you also have a use case you want to contribute, you just have to go to this one which says submit use case, and you can also submit a use case for yourself also, which any use case which you have and if you want to share to the community, right? So for this one, again I repeat, you just have to go to the home. In the learn section you have something which is called use case repository. I'll provide this direct link in the description as well for you to refer to the use cases. Moving forward, now I want to talk something about the community events. Now what is that? Let me go back to my browser and I'll navigate to a website which is called community.uipath.com. Now this is a UiPath community website. Now what is so special about this website? First of all, you would have all these links to the forum, community blog, certification, academy, everything in a single place. And if you will just scroll down, you would have events which are being conducted under the UiPath community. Now what are these events? These are the events which are being conducted by the experts from UiPath and from the community. So for example, if you just see here, we have got some events which is happening on January 25, which is helping you to prepare for the UiPath RPA associate exam, right? So in case you are someone who is looking to prepare for associate exam, all you can do is come to this website, click on this link. You have to just enroll yourself, and before the event you will just get an link to join, and this is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything, right? So these are the time zones where it is happening. You would have all the details related to the event here, right? All you have to do is just go here and enroll for the session. Similarly, if you will see here, you have something which is happening on data services. This is for UiPath apps, right? And this is across the world, right? So you can also have a chapter. You can search for a local chapter or a country and attend the specific community events. You have this filter options available here. So for example, if you are looking to have a session dedicated to RPA developers, I can click on this filter and you can see that I have all these sessions which are planned in the future, right? All you have to do is just come to community.uipath.com and just click and enroll for the sessions whichever you are interested in, right? So the website is community.uipath.com. And as a beginner, I would recommend you to go and attend this session because it will create a network of UiPath developers for you. And in case you also want to conduct such session, you can always contact to the respective chapter leads and they can plan a session for you as well, right? Okay, so that was about community.uipath.com. Again, I'll put the links in the description so you can refer that from there also. Okay, so I hope you are following along and you are getting that where exactly can you start. Now I want to talk about what are the some of the other things that you should study as a beginner when you are learning UiPath. The first thing is I want you to go and study VB.NET. VB.NET basics will definitely help you in your learning curve. All the syntaxes, all the loops are exactly the same which is in VB.NET. So if you have a background knowledge of VB.NET, that is definitely going to help you. LINQ is the next topic that you can consider learning. For Excel automation, there are n number of activities which are available, but sometimes there are requirement in the real-time projects where you have to write macros. So our initial knowledge of macros definitely help. So macro is something that you should consider. The next topic which you can study is called collections, such as queues, list, and all the collection. So you can just go and read about collections. How does they work? How do you add items to the collection? How do you iterate the collection? How do you loop through the collections and everything, right? So if you have that background, that is definitely going to help you in your learning journey. The last thing is the SQL. When I say that any of the databases, be it a SQL, Oracle, anything, insert, delete, all the CRUD operation, right? Create, update, retrieve, and delete. So if you have the basic knowledge of the SQL, or I would say databases, that will definitely help you, right? So these are the things which you should explore along with your learning journey. Next, I want to talk about the playlist which are available on my YouTube channel that a beginner can leverage. So this is the homepage of my channel. If you will just scroll down, you would see that I have a dedicated playlist which is for beginners. UiPath beginners start here. So these are all the videos in a step-by-step manner that you can actually follow and start learning, right? In case you are facing any difficulty with any topics, you can come to the channel and you can refer this playlist. What else is there? If you will see, there is a dedicated playlist where I have some of the use cases which I have kept. Let's say a shopping robot, a generate offer letter. I have built some news robot, a data reconciliation robot. All of these things are a step-by-step tutorial. If you can get follow along, you can actually get the same use case built for yourself. Also, I have been continuously talking to the aspirants of UiPath and taking mock interviews as well. These are some of the mock interviews. In case you are preparing for an interview, you can always come to this playlist and listen to the existing interviews, or I can plan one for you. Now there are other playlists such as Excel automation, selectors, and more of this, right? So you can always explore my channel and you could find all of these things. Lastly, I want to talk about some of the other YouTube channels which are available who are sharing some of the very awesome contents on UiPath. I have put all the channels in my description. You can consider subscribing to them. Feel free to comment in case I have missed any of the YouTube channel. I shall add them to the list. Please go to the description and find all the other YouTube channels which are available for UiPath. Okay, so that is all for this video. This brings to end of this video. I hope you found this video insightful, and if you are a beginner in UiPath, you have now a clarity that where should you start, which resources to consider. In case you have any more difficulty, you can always drop me a note on the email ID which is mentioned in the description. Having said that, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe to the channel, and happy automation.